Hey guys, Zach with the Pool Boys here. I'm going to take a minute and quickly go over one of the things that makes us different as a pool equipment repair company. Today I wanted to show you guys pump unions. We're starting to see more and more of them in the field. A lot of our competitors don't use them, a lot of the builders don't use them. I'm not exactly sure why. I would like to see more of these installed. So what you typically are going to see out there is this Schedule 40 male adapter. It's going to thread into the pump here on the inlet or the outlet. This is where your suction side would be. Now, if you have any problems here, like a suction side air leak, or on this side a discharge side water leak, or maybe they plumb the pump in too close to the wall, you can't get the motor off, what you're going to have to do is you're actually going to have to cut these lines out and then remove the pump. And when you go back in, you're going to have to plumb these lines back in. There's no way to quickly disconnect them. In a lot of setups, there's valves and things that when you end up cutting it out, you're going to have to cut out some of those valves and basically rebuild the suction or discharge side to make it work. In a lot of newer pumps, commonly seen on the Hayward pumps, like this is a Hayward TriStar right here, we're starting to see them build the pumps with unions from the factory. Now this is a really nice feature to have. The unions we like to use on our installs are the Super Pro aftermarket, hi-temp, heat-resistant unions. Now they're not a fix-all. You know, if the pump runs dry long enough, gets hot enough, these threads will warp or the housing will warp and we'll still have issues. But they are a preventative maintenance. So this is what we install on pumps that don't come with them. The nice thing about the pumps that come with them, these are about $25 a union, give or take. When you buy the pump, it comes with 2 unions, it's 50 bucks right there. So it's nice to get the pumps that already have them. Seems that the ones that come from the manufacturer are a little bit more heavy duty, to be honest. Thicker plastic here, just more durable. They feel a lot more heavy duty. The gaskets are a little better. I'm going to go ahead and move this TriStar over. We'll move this Hayward Super 2 over. And I'm going to show you guys a little bit about these unions. Here's the old waterway housing. A lot of you probably haven't even seen this. Alright, so on the top here we have the male adapter 2-inch. This one would be the one that when it's plumbed in, you got to cut it out. Here on the suction side, we're going to put our union. So let's say we have to remove this housing, it's plumbed in too close to the wall, we can't get the motor off. With the union, it simply just unthreads and disconnects. You would disconnect this side, slide it out, and you're good to go. There is a gasket in here that'll create a nice seal to stop any air leaks. Thread it back in, line it back up, and connect the existing union nut, and good to go. The nice thing about these, like I said, is they're heat resistant. So if this pump were to run dry, maybe your baskets got clogged, you guys were out of town, maybe it just couldn't prime up for whatever reason and it was struggling for a while. This is going to make an attempt to last a lot longer without any failures than this male adapter here. And like I showed earlier, if anything were to happen to this union, it's real simple to replace the union versus having to cut this out and replumb. It's going to save you money and time. 2 years down the road after your pump's been installed, or 4 years, whatever it may be, you have an issue, they need to pull the pump out to fix it. Let's say pump housing cracks, they need to replace it. They just simply disconnect these unions, pull it out, put the new housing on, and slide it back in. There's no cutting, there's no gluing. And that'll save time and money. And let's say 2 years after that, another issue, and they have to pull it back out again. You just keep repeating that rather than cutting it out and plumbing it back in. A lot of times we'll go out and we'll see a line like this with coupling, and we can tell that over the years they've had to cut it out, replumb it, cut it out, replumb it, cut it out, replumb it, And now it's to the point where there is no room to replumb it, and that's when we end up cutting out your suction side and having to replumb it, or your discharge side. So this is just one minor detail that we as the pool boys do differently to try to stay ahead of the competition, stay up with how repairs are done nowadays, and just stay on top of our game. Thanks for watching.